Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the set.
Mike 54. No chance. Check. 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 Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
To throw on 2nd down. Darling, and this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Darling. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now it's Lockett. Oh, able to avoid him. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A 3rd down gain of 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
A good run on 1st down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now a toss play. It's Carson. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wilson, and he's going to go down again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
12.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeForest Buckner. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Down. 18 Gator. 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Down.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Come to my world. We want it. Ready?
From the gun, Darling. His throw incomplete. There in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Come on,
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Darling. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to throw. Darling. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. Stop your whining. Get it.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Pick it up. Alert flare.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Watch the run. Check safety.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Jim.
This is Carson. And he's got room. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
2nd and 4. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Throwing on first down. Darling looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Got it.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Watch the slant.
To throw again. Darling. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Back to throw. Darling got his target, Samuel. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready to break. Check line 54. Line 54. You got nothing today. Step.
They'll run on first down.
Coleman. I got you, boy.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now San Francisco are going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Looking to throw. Darling. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Darling. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First down and goal to go.
8-3.
Watching the guy. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Ready, go. Mike, get it.
On first down, Darling. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin. As the first half is winding down, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Bang, bang, bang.
Come on, Dad. Come on, Dad.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes left side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Carson. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 37-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got it. No. Off. Fair. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Let him know.
They run again with Carson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
19.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. This is Colombo. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And let's pin the mirrors back.
From the gun, Darling. That's complete to Marlon Mack. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Hit it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Darling completes it to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Come on,
This
set.
quarterback
60
now
Pittsburgh.
9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Darling. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check.
Sit up.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Let go.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Pick it up, dude.
Operating from the gun, Darling. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mr. D! Come on, D!
They go play action with Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Point left.
So Mike's number one. I don't think you got it, sir. Here we go. One for Mike. Watch one.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Check 37.
Here's Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
So Mike's number one. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Here's Wilson to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores, the kicks away. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Defense wins championships, baby.
From the gun, Darling. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Alert 3.
They'll toss it to Coleman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, orbit.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
2nd and 6. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side, Coleman. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, D-line, let's get
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Operating from the gun. Darling. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they took a shot there and tried to get it downfield. Fourth quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted. But good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Oh, the spin. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
25.
Check three.
Throwing now is Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's third down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
On third down, it's Carson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Ready up.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Here's Coleman. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Set. 60, Pittsburgh.
55, come on. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Come on.
Hey, high 7. Shoot.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
It leads to second and 10.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal, go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. You know, we've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for the Seahawks, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.